The Epstein files are coming out, and now not only is the royal family in doubt, but so is Hollywood. Celebrities shaking in their little celeb booties while Prince Andrew goes to prison. Today we'll tell you whether this is the beginning of a full cleansing of the highest elites in power, or is it yet another hour of them getting away with it and sweeping it under the rug.
Yeah. So in other words, anybody can be on this list.
Well, this is my point, because I'm telling you, when I tell you people are trying to turn me into, I wasn't his girlfriend.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, what we've seen with this list and you know, the accusations that are there, it's just really despicable. And
hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another fantastic Friday, and it's even better. We're going to call it a Funtastic Friday because Michelle of Force of Light is here with us. Michelle, welcome back to the channel.
It's good to be back. It's been a minute.
It's been a minute, and folks, we are going to win it today, and we'll win it even more if you click that like button. Drop a comment down below and subscribe if you have not done so yet. Let's dive in right now, and it looks like the UK government and maybe even the UK monarchy is facing a whole lot of trouble. Lots of malarkey has come to light, we can say that, and the monarchy is vast corruption. A lot of people said that this was happening behind the scenes. Many people said no, it's not. But now we're going to call it Jeffrey, just Jeffrey today, Michelle, so we can avoid the algorithms. But the connections with Jeffrey over in the UK are coming to the light, and arrests are happening, and some people have been arrested that nobody ever thought it's even possible. So as you can see right here on Fox News, Prince Andrew was arrested. And this is a big, big deal. Now, Sarah Ferguson, Fergie they call her, is likely to be called in and could be arrested. We don't know. But this could actually topple the monarchy. And it could go all the way to Hollywood. Let's talk about it. Royal expert Neil Sean admitted that the monarchy is at risk hours after former Prince Andrew was arrested in Norfolk, England. During an appearance on The Story with Martha McCallum, Sean noted that Andrew's ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson, is likely the only person who can assist in all of this. Quote, Prince Andrew was living at a royal lodge rent-free virtually for many years. His wife, Sarah Ferguson, was living there all thanks to the fact that he allowed it. She wasn't paying any rent, and Sean wondered where did her lifestyle come from? And what this gets into is that it's not just some of the really heinous behaviors that may have happened over the past decades. It may involve some of the highest level politicians and royalty in the UK, the US as well, and celebrities. It's also a lot of money that's been going back and forth. Michelle, this could rock Hollywood. I want to show you what we're talking about here. Let's go now to the View, and I want you to see how they were acting before and after the Jeffrey files, the Island Man files started coming out, and I think they're having doubts about whether this was a good strategy to request this. We're finding out that Whoopi wanted to borrow his plane, I guess. Here's the video.
Bottom line is this. Release the damn files and release them now. Release everything.
If this does not implicate Donald Trump, why wouldn't you say release everything?
They absolutely have to show us what they're all hiding.
If there's nothing to hide, release it all.
But all of that information is out there. Why not just put it to rest and say, release the list?
Because, you know, they should just say, listen, this is what it is. Do you want to offer your G2? Okay.
And it looks like they said no thanks.
Yeah. So in other words, anybody can be on this list.
Well, this is my point, because I'm telling you, when I tell you people are trying to turn me into, I wasn't his girlfriend. You used to have facts before you said stuff.
But Trump is on the list 38,000 times.
Well, I can't speak to him, but I'm speaking about me because I'm getting dragged. People actually believe that I was with him.
He dropped like 300 names.
Yes.
And it's like flood the zone, because when you're looking, there are people like Marilyn Monroe, who is dead.
Elvis.
Yeah, a lot of people, because a lot of the reasons your name can be mentioned are news articles, third-party emails, contacts. Again, wealthy, famous people often cross in professional and social circles, so that's not the...
So lots of excuses. By the way, the reason that President Trump is featured in the file so much is because, well, one of the reasons, he was working with law enforcement and congratulating them when they went and got Jeffrey in one of the first times. So, Michelle, Hollywood is freaking out right now. The royals who are connected with Hollywood are freaking out right now. I don't know how things are going to go. The only person who might be having a good time with this is Meghan Markle. She loves it when when the monarchy is suffering. Michelle, what do you think about the idea that some of the highest elites walked straight into this, apparently thought they could be connected, but then not revealed to be connected in the files? I'm shocked that they didn't see this coming. What do you think is going to happen, Michelle? Are average people going to demand that the most powerful elites be held to justice this time?
Well, I think people definitely want them to be held to justice. I think we all just kind of hold our breath wondering if it will ever actually happen. But I think them arresting Prince Andrews puts a little pressure on people over here in the United States that only if they have enough information that actually does tie them to something illegal. Because as she did point out, there are lots of people that, met him or were connected in ways that were just through social things. But there were a lot of people doing other stuff too, as we well know. And I absolutely hope that if they have stuff on them, they will arrest them, because that is why elites think that they're not going to get in trouble, because in the past they haven't. There's a certain group of people that it seems they can get away with just about anything, unfortunately.
Oh, here you go again, conspiracy theorist Michelle. That's what they used to say, but that's not going so well for them anymore. And I love the Whoopi defense. The Whoopi defense is, which sounds funny to say that, we'll say it again. The Whoopi defense is that, I wasn't dating him, I wasn't with him, I just wanted to borrow his plane. Now, I don't know if you all know about that plane, but that's some kind of plane. That's the kind of plane that goes down in the history books for reasons you don't want it to. And Whoopi apparently wanted to borrow it. I don't know. I can't verify, but I do find it funny that she's not saying, no, I never wanted, that's a lie. Instead, she said, well, I wasn't with the guy. I wasn't dating him. Nobody said you were. The files say that you were trying to borrow that crazy plane. And that's why, Michelle, they're going insane trying to set up the defense right now. And I am watching this carefully because the Hollywood Reporter is essentially the mouthpiece for the industry. And the Hollywood Reporter by Gary Baum is finally, now you'll notice they didn't do this until the names were out there, but now they're gonna frame it for us. They're gonna set the record straight for us, which begs the question, why didn't you do this years ago? Okay, well, because now it's time for damage control maybe. And the Hollywood Reporter, just like Variety, just like Deadline, are the mouthpieces of the industry. Their interests are to save the industry. And it says this, now that we all have the information anyway. Inside Jeffrey Epstein's Hollywood, the stars, moguls, directors, producers, and fixers in his orbit. Oh, thank you, Hollywood Reporter. Thank you for sharing this with us now that we all have all this info and go look at it ourselves. The Justice Department's drip, drip, drip of documents in the traffickers case have helped complete the map of his industry connections. Oh, okay. And tell us about it. Okay, let's scroll down. Let's see who it's got. Well, we got Jared Leto, but he doesn't know anything about this, right? Leonardo DiCaprio, but he doesn't have anything to do with this, and maybe they don't. Maybe they're innocent. Talks about Woody Allen, Sunyi Previn. Talks about Peggy Segal, Barry Josephson. These are not the biggest names in Hollywood, by the way, folks. Michael Ovitz, Chelsea Handler, Casey Wasserman, Chris Tucker, Matthew Hiltzik. And again, there's no evidence, there's no solid proof that these people did things like you would imagine if they're connected with this name, but it's not good for them to be in this list. For example, in the Chris Tucker explanation from the Hollywood Reporter, it says, the comedian joined Jeffrey's 2002 private plane journey through Africa, along with President Bill Clinton, Kevin Spacey, Wasserman, and several young women. In 2013, an aide to Jeffrey told him on repeated occasions that Tucker had been inquiring about socializing again. Quote, you don't know what people do in their private lives, unquote, he said of Jeffrey in 2025. And this list goes on and on and on. But here's what I think is happening, Michelle. And folks out there, you let me know in the comments, what do you think about this? Michelle, I think it's damage control time, and I think it's time to slime those they can afford to slime, but I think the most powerful people are benefiting from articles such as this from the Hollywood Reporter, because I don't think they want to touch the most powerful people. This is a game of who can go down at the lower rungs, the lower tiers, farther towards the foundation of the totem pole, not the higher ups. Don't go get them. They don't want the entire system to crumble, but they're talking about the monarchy going down. I think Hollywood, the celebrity system, could come down as well. Michelle, what is the play here from places like the trades? Do you think we're getting the real names yet? Do you think we're getting the real stuff? Or is this just smoke and mirrors?
Probably just smoke and mirrors. As you said, I think that the word you used, damage control. That's exactly what they're doing, because as you pointed out, they could have already addressed this. They haven't, but it takes Prince Andrew's being arrested for them to put out this list and these names. So yeah, they're just trying to run cover for the industry, as the Hollywood Reporter often does.
Absolutely. And if you want to know how bad this could get, even in Hollywood, folks, I don't know if it's going to happen in Hollywood. The U.S. functioning a little bit differently than the UK right now. But how bad could it get? Well, let me tell you. If the United Kingdom is a barometer for this, King Charles expressing deepest concern after Andrew's arrest. It says King Charles III expressed his deepest concern about the news of his brother after being arrested on suspicion of misconduct while in public office. Quote, from the King, what now follows is the full, fair, and proper process by which this issue is investigated in the appropriate manner and by the appropriate authorities. In this, as I have said before, they have our full and wholehearted support and cooperation. Let me state clearly, says the King, the law must take its course. As this process continues, it would not be right for me to comment further on this matter. Meanwhile, my family and I will continue in our duty and service to you all. You know, Prince William, Michelle, he's got a heavy burden to bear here. The monarchy has been, over the generations, there have been a lot of really bad things. But then you've also had, Queen Elizabeth, who did a phenomenal job of keeping the country together. And there was the monarchy and what it did for the British people in World War II. But this could really take it down. And I think we've reached the point now where the internet and free speech, honestly, X and Elon, I think they've created a system where maybe the highest and most powerful people can be held to account. And I don't know how that changes society, but it really changes society. I think if we look back in the past, those who sat at the top of societal power, those who were at the top of the hierarchy, they likely had skeletons that are just unbelievable in the closets. Darkness that is just unfathomable. And I hope, that's my prayer right now, Michelle, is that this is coming to an end. I hope that this is a win for society and that everybody plays by the rules going forward.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, what we've seen with this list and the accusations that are there, it's just really despicable. And no one wants people to get away with breaking the law, regardless of who they are. So I truly hope that actual justice does come to the situation for those who did break the law with Jeffrey there. With
Jeffrey, that's right. You know what would be a crime, though? A real crime. Not the same crime as those kinds of things. But folks, a much smaller mini crime would be if you're not yet subscribed to Force of Light Entertainment. Michelle, tell the folks out there about your channel and what you're bringing to the table here on the YouTubes.
Yes. Well, yes, go subscribe to Force of Light Entertainment, where me and my sister, we do movie reactions, movie reviews. And also we talk kind of pop culture movies on our live streams on Mondays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're tired of some of the new stuff, even though we do reviews of new movies, we watch so many older films that people love coming and laughing with us or crying with us, depending on what movie it is. So definitely go check it out. Force of Light Entertainment. You won't regret it.
Michelle, as we get ready to end this video, I'll give you the last word on this. I'm curious to pick your brain on, are Americans and maybe the world, are they sick of celebrities and the corruption and the famous people? And like maybe we've moved from a time when we cared about what was going on in their lives to now they just kind of disgust us. I feel the change is happening where people are seeking out influencers such as you and your sister versus the celebrities who I think they're just kind of gross to us now.
Absolutely. Yes. You see that all the time. I think people are becoming more and more aware, and I think they're becoming more aware through content creators on on things like YouTube, but they're becoming more and more aware of just how curated the celebrity image is. And whether it's the Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds situation, I think more and more, whether it's Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis, just more and more the image that the mask that they all wore is just kind of coming off, and people are seeing them for who they really are, and they're seeing that it's people not worthy of looking up to.
Plastic, synthetic, and people are looking for something real, and I hope you're right, Michelle. I hope they're looking for something that's also authentically good.
Yes.
Folks, it would be authentically good if you could help us out by clicking that like button, drop a comment down below, and if you're not yet subscribed, just know we're working hard every single day, including Fridays, to earn that subscription from you. Get over there and subscribe to Force of Light Entertainment. Ladies and gentlemen, until the next time we have the honor, the privilege, and the responsibility of spending time together, keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.
Okay, a little bit of this here.
What are you two doing? You better not be sending Marvel another bot campaign demanding they bring back She-Hulk.
That was only like 17 times. Now we're way past that now.
So then, what are you going to do today then?
We're sending Pedro Pascal love letters. You know, low-level stuff.
What?
Okay, wait.
I've been betrayed.
Why would you do that? He already gets the wrong message from everyone.
Well, he needs more sizzle in his life.
Okay. You know there's even some lines for even for you?
They're called borders. They're negotiable. Putin told me, listen to me, Yachbite. In Mother Ruski, we draw in pencil to correct, mistakes. But no, these letters aren't from me per se.
They're from Jonas.
Jonas, yeah.
I'm calling WDW Pro right now. You know what? I hope Jonas sues you for this.
Do you think we should tell Floral about this cease and desist letter he received from some weird soup-obsessed man? Maybe we could tell people to like, share, and subscribe. Then we could really let this play out.
Use the codes to play 4 teachers, baby.
Yeah. Like Democrats.